and at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go! Yo! It's the realest on the radio, the party bro living in the audio, making everybody go. Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Tuesday, November 30th. It's finally getting cold in the morning, and it'll be like 110 degrees in the afternoon. So, it's just the Tucson Christmas. That's what we're dealing with right now. I got a great show lined up for you this morning. Really just a whole bunch of nonsensical things that will make you laugh. That's kind of the goal. I'm feeling pretty good, though, because for the first time in a long time, I feel like a winner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, yesterday, I went down to court to see the Honorable Judge Seaman.
Yes.
And I felt like it was a trap. Immediately, I was just like, I'm not mature enough to handle this. But I was disputing a parking ticket. And
Right.
I talked about this parking ticket before. This twice I got a ticket parking on a driveway. And the driveway is my girlfriend's brother-in-law's house, right? He lives on University.
Mhm.
And apparently there's a bunch of different secret rules. In fact, I got a whole list of them from the judge yesterday. There's all these like secret laws and rules that a lot of Tucsonans don't know about when they're parking downtown, just so meter maids can come by and give you the shaft and charge you with a ticket for no good reason, right?
So did you park with your butt out of the driveway, or did you park on the street too close to a driveway?
No, so there's two tickets that I got. The first ticket, I was parked on the driveway, but my bumper was impeding the sidewalk,
Right.
Barely.
Yeah.
It would take, I don't know, 3 largely obese people walking side by side to bump into my bumper. But I got a ticket for that, and I couldn't dispute that.
I've gotten that one.
Right. So after I paid that first ticket, which is like $100 because I didn't pay it on time, I learned my lesson to a certain extent. So the next time I parked on the driveway, I was like, I'm still parking on this driveway because I'm a stubborn mule. And so I park on the driveway and I get out of the car and I do a walk around in my car to make sure that it fits. Now I drive a little Kia Soul.
Mhm.
It's a little compact car. Now this driveway is on a long driveway, so most vehicles wouldn't fit on it. But for my Kia Soul, that's like a golf cart, it fit like a glove.
Mhm.
And I walked and I looked and I was like, there's the line for the sidewalk. I'm behind that. There's the line for the curb. I'm behind that. I'm in there perfectly. You couldn't park better. I wanted to give myself an award for how great I parked. It was that good. I'm just showing off my man skills with my parking. And I still got a ticket. I was furious.
Yeah.
So then, the date came by for me to pay the ticket. And I said, no, I'm not going to pay this ticket. I said it to myself. I didn't tell anybody. So then I get another letter saying I have to go to court now because I didn't pay the ticket.
Right.
I'm like, absolutely. So I went down and I thought I was going to take care of it like a month and a half ago. And all it did was schedule me for a court appearance in front of the judge. And then I found out when I was assigned the judge that it was the Honorable Judge Seaman.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I was just like, this ain't good. So I walk in trying to be as mature as possible. I put my hat forwards, Powers.
Whoa.
Yes, because I'm being a responsible professional. And immediately the judge snaps at me and he's like, take your hat off, sir. I'm like, I'm sorry. So I took my hat off.
You do know that's what you're supposed to do, right?
No, I didn't know that, or I would have had my hat off to begin with. I put it forward because we're in the court of law, and I'm respecting the honorable courts. So I as a responsible, respectful adult, I put my Tucson Roadrunners cap forward.
Oh my gosh.
And that's like my business attire.
Mm-hmm.
When I have it backwards, I'm ready to party. When I put it forwards, I'm a professional.
Right.
And apparently I didn't get the memo. That's not how it works in court of law.
Clearly.
Yeah. So he asked me what my name was, and I told him my name and, my street name, my legal name, I should say, not my street name. And I was like, it's Furman, his last name. He's like, Furman, huh? Oh, it starts with a P. Oh, I like your name. And I'm like, thank you, Honor. And I was going to be like, I like yours too. But then I stopped for a second in my head. I'm like, shut up. It's a trap.
It's a trap. That's a total trap.
That's a trap.
What are the odds that that's the topic of conversation?
Yeah, exactly. With Judge Seaman. And, I went into the court and I knew like whatever he was going to issue upon me, it was going to be hard to swallow. But
oh, man.
I was ready to take it on the chin. When it came to Judge Seaman.
Yeah. You don't want to stain on your permanent record.
No.
Right.
And I was just laughing at the first word.
You're just laughing at the first one?
Long story short, let me give you a long story short.
Okay, yeah.
He looked at all the pictures and everything, and he printed up this long list of all the secret laws that we have in Tucson that we can get parking tickets for that a lot of people don't know because they don't advertise this stuff. It's not on your driver's test. It's not common knowledge at all. And really, it's kind of a sham system. They shouldn't be allowed to do this stuff. They shouldn't be allowed to make up rules and then not tell anyone the rules. If I played a board game with you and a bunch of friends and I kept telling you you're in violation of rules I didn't tell you existed, that would make the game unfair.
It's true. That's Egyptian rat screw, right?
Exactly.
There.
So we have a rigged system here in town. But he printed this up because he didn't look at my case. He just looked at me as a generalization of a stupid motorist who did something stupid. So he was going to school me and say, look at all these rules, son. This is how you know. For future reference, you're going to have to pay this amount of fine. And don't be so stupid next time. You won't have an excuse. Here's the list. But then he looked at the pictures and he's like, wait a second. Why'd you get a ticket? And I'm like, exactly. Yeah. And so when he looked, he's a judge, so he has to meticulously look through the fine wording to make sure there wasn't anything they could have got me on. And when he realized that I parked within the perfect amount of space.
Yeah, the award-winning.
Yeah. Then he's like, I'm going to have to dismiss this. He was kind of bummed about it. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but, I'm a law-abiding citizen. And boom, motherfucker.
Good catch. Can you give yourself a round of applause there somewhere?
Yeah,
you deserve it. You deserve it.
I know. I feel good about it.
You know what we call that?
What?
Justice.
Yeah, it was justice. Yeah. He did mention my Kia Soul, because he's like, what are you driving? Like Kia Soul? He's like, oh, how do you like it? And I'm like, I like it a lot, actually, even though people give me a lot of flack for it. And he's like, oh, yeah, why do people make fun of you? I'm like, because the whole hamster thing. And his little clerk's all giggling on the side. He's like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? That's so funny.
I know. But yes, we're starting off the show feeling like a winner, and that momentum is going to carry through for the rest of the show. Speaking of winning, you could win that autographed acoustic guitar from Jerry Cantrell at 7:15. All you have to do is be listening for the keyword to text for our Master of Prizes promotion. And we have so much more to get to. So let's go right to the music. Our Morning Morons coming up next. We'll kick things off with Foo Fighters, followed up with Volbeat. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beef Vegan presents Let's Go, winners. Yeah. And we're back here live. There we go. Yes. And I'm going to get Powers on the stream. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for all these comments.
Winners.
Yes, winners. We are all winners today. I'm feeling like a winner. And speaking of winning, we had a speed round of a listener going up against Powers in the last word. I do have more categories. So if you want to challenge Powers at all during the podcast broadcast, you can do so just by calling up 600 KFMA. Coming up next, as I tease on the air, we got good news for Spiderman fans. And there's a lot of things that we covered this morning. And there's some things I haven't even gotten to yet, but I'm very excited about this jam-packed podcast broadcast. We'll share pictures and video of the reality quote-unquote star, some chick desperate for fame, selling farts in a jar for $500 a pop. And she claims she made up to $50,000 in the first month. And I thought that jar was a one-of-a-kind thing, and I want my money back. So we got that. Also, we debate Will Ferrell and Adam McKay's beef that's happening right now. It's kind of the beef of the week, to be honest with you. And it looks like we already have somebody that wants to play against you, but we do have to get back on air. Let's see who this is first, though. Rock 102.1, who's this?
This is Michael Ray.
Michael Ray, you're trying to play Powers. Why don't you call back after this break, Michael Ray, and not on speakerphone?
I'll call back after this break and not on speakerphone.
There you go. See, those are all words I just said, Michael Ray.
Okay, bro.
Hey, I'll talk to you in a minute. Michael Ray, so he's the amputee actor. So you have to see if you can't beat an amputee actor. even though being an amputee shouldn't make you disabled playing the last word. But we'll find out.
We'll see how good he is.
Absolutely. And it's I love seeing all your comments here. And again, Michael Ray, yes, you could be a winner and named only because I don't have anything to give away. Not this week. I'm kind of dry on the prizes.
Although the keyword for whatever someone asked was chains.
Chains. Yes, I'll play that again.
There you go.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Someone on our podcast broadcast stream was asking what the keyword is for today's Alice in Chains prize, the autographed guitar from Jerry Cantrell. It's chains. Chains is the keyword that you need to text to 51879 for your opportunity to win. I'm only supposed to say this at 7:15, but I really want one of our listeners to win this guitar because it's a beautiful acoustic guitar. It's not like a rundown used thing that you got at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
Brand new, smells like a new guitar, and it comes with an amp as well. So it's an awesome prize, and it's all part of our Master of Prizes promotion. First, I got good news for Spider-Man fans. Of course, I can't be more amped about this new Spider-Man that's coming out here soon.
I mean, I could not be more amped. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero.
Yeah. In fact, actually, our next Beef Cheap Seat night, which is December 10th, is Spider-Man night.
No.
Yes. Yes, we're going to have Spider-Man there and everything.
I will also dress as a disheveled Spider-Man. I have a terrible Spider-Man costume.
You're the multiverse version of Spider-Man who kind of let himself go a little bit.
Exactly right.
I love that. So there was a lot of speculation about this Spider-Man being Tom Holland's last Spider-Man. I think he even said it to a certain point, even though I feel like this Spider-Man might end on a cliffhanger. I mean, it might be a cliffhanger leading into Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
But at the same time, it looked like the agreement between Marvel and Sony was over. And this film effectively would have marked the end of Tom Holland's run as Spider-Man. But according to this story, that's not the case. And this is what the good news is, because they're saying that Tom Holland will continue as the title character in a brand new trilogy.
Yep.
Not just one more, but 3. So you've heard about this.
I heard about this yesterday. I'm very excited.
Okay, yeah. Did you get an email blast?
No, I did not get an email blast, but I did see it online. I follow plenty of Spiderman, so
yes,
lots of that coming out. I'm very excited.
Any information you want to share with me real quick before I get into the rest of this story?
I don't know. Spider-Man's the best. So he was bitten by a radioactive spider.
No. We already know the backstory. Don't tell me about Uncle Ben for the 500th time already.
So with great power.
No, yes, we got that too.
Okay.
Yes. Responsibility, whatever. So the producer and former head of Sony Pictures, Amy Pascal, said that the 25-year-old actor's time as Peter Parker is far from over, which might be the next title for Spider-Man. From over. Yeah. They say this is not the last movie that we're going to make with Marvel. This is not the last Spider-Man movie, she said in an interview with Fandango on Monday morning. So they're saying we're getting ready to make the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Marvel, and we're thinking of this as 3 films, and we're going to go on to the next 3. And this is not the last of our MCU movies either. And that actually is really telling, because when you think of products like and property like Venom.
Yep. Morbius.
Morbius. So will there be more Sony Marvel crossover into the Spider-Verse, if you will?
I think so.
Yeah, I think the answer is an obvious yes, and it's something to be excited about. So that's good news for Spider-Man fans, and that doesn't add to the excitement that I have for this upcoming Spider-Man. I think I'm at peak excitement.
I'm so pumped.
I can't even wait. This is one of the movies that I actually go look for, like a sneak preview. Yeah. I don't know what this is. The movie I'm actually going to go into a movie theater to watch.
So this is news. So tickets went on sale now. You can buy tickets for Spider-Man.
Yes.
They went on sale yesterday, I think.
Okay. And how are they looking?
Oh, they're ridiculous.
Yeah. So
this is going to be the biggest movie of the year, I think.
I think it's going to be the biggest movie in 5 years. And that's going to say a lot, because obviously we had a year of no movies. This is the official return. Now, the timing's always weird because viruses and whatever.
Yeah.
But this should be the official return to movie theater movies if all goes well. So we'll see, and we'll keep an eye on those box office tallies. Let's hit the reset real quick. We got a lot more to cover here in the podcast broadcast, but the conversation continues over on our live stream. So join us there. We'll be back here live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. I am fucking nailing these teases. Just to let you know, I am a goddamn carpenter when it comes to nailing these teases.
He's a carpenter nailing teases.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a little, join us over there, join us over here, stick around, all that stuff. That's the art of the, craft here that a lot of my colleagues can't master. And I'm doing it in spite of the grief I've been getting. So I'm trying to show everyone that has a deciding factor. What? Okay. Okay, yes. Thank you for giving me the pat on the back. I'll stop talking now.
You deserve it.
I do, but
That
still.
wasn't even a sarcastic pat on the back.
I know, but I was going down the rabbit hole. Is this Michael Ray again?
No, this is Shelly.
Hey, Shelly, what's up?
Shelly?
Would you like to play
Hey, I
Powers?
have a question.
Oh, yes. You got a question? Go for it.
I just, when you do that word of the day, can I enter it more than once?
Absolutely. You
The
could.
715 word?
Yeah, you could text it as many times as you'd like. And the more you text, the greater your chances of winning. That's just math.
Oh my gosh, I thought I could only do it one time.
No,
Okay, great.
yeah, text away. They do say
All right.
I have to legally tell you that message and data rates may apply. So if you have like a phone
Oh,
plan
yeah.
from 2009, it might cost you. But if you don't, you should be okay.
Watch those anytime.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, great. I did not know.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
no problem. Well, good luck to you, Shelly. And if you do win that guitar, call back and let me know, okay?
I will. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day. See, customer service at its finest. I just nailed that customer service. Nobody does customer service
There he
better
goes.
than me here.
Here
at
he
this
goes.
station. You ever hear Riley give a customer service like that? No siree. Well, maybe Riley, but definitely not Razor. All right, Michael Ray, call back if you want to battle Powers here in the last word or somebody else. It doesn't matter. We're just doing a speed round. So one round, a winner takes all the credit. Okay. So it's not a best of three. And if you could beat Powers, then you are the champ. And if you can't, then he gets his title back and he is the champ. So
That's right. If any, I'll entice him. Hang on a second. Let me tell you something, brother. You ain't gonna take me down. You ain't got nothing. All right. There's nothing you can do. I'm intelligent and good looking. That's right. Look at this. Look
Wow.
at that. Look at you. You ain't got what it takes.
yeah,
You think a lot of yourself.
there's Michael Ray. Okay, Michael Ray, I'm going to let you start first. Okay. You know how this game is played. I'm going to give you a category. You're going to give an answer. Power's going to give an answer. You're going to give an answer back, and you're going to go back and forth giving acceptable answers. Whoever gives the last acceptable answer wins the game. Okay.
Hold up. Now, what is the answer?
Shit. It's whatever you
Well,
come up
not
with.
just for me, for other listeners out there who may not know the game.
So it's hot potato with words.
Yeah,
He's gonna
man.
give us a category, and you got to answer it, and then I got to answer it, and then you got to go again.
Everybody knows the.
I got you.
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
Let's do it.
Yeah. There's so many answers, so little time. All right. That's another way to
All right.
phrase it.
True.
All right. The clock will begin when I finish asking this question. So, Michael Ray, give me another word people say for rear end. Go.
But
Butt. All right.
Ass.
Ass. Yes. Michael Ray.
round,
Round. A lot.
Caboose.
Caboose. Okay.
the rear end.
Nope. Rear end is the
That's
word.
the word.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the word. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The stern.
Stern.
No, the bow. The bow. My bad.
That's a
Bow.
boat term.
Okay.
He's thinking of different vehicles.
Yeah.
The trunk.
Oh,
I got it.
Oh, yes. Powers got you, Michael Ray. So close, but he squeezed one in the last minute,
Yep.
which is appropriate when you're talking about rear ends.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Well,
trying.
I
So-
tried my best. Thank y'all very much. Powers, you are the champ.
Where
There
the
you
champ is here.
well, we're going to have another challenger for him, but thank you again, Michael Ray. It's good hearing your voice again, and good luck on your next acting opportunity because he's an actor.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Good luck to y'all. One day y'all are going to be on the radio. I am for sure about it. Keep going.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. I appreciate that. All right, 600 KFMA. If another streamer wants to battle our champion here and see if they can't take the crown for the last word, just having some fun this morning as we do. And what was the comment I just saw from Joe?
I liked someone called it a turd cutter.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Renew
good
B's
one.
contract. That'd be nice. Yeah, turd cutter is a good one. All right, Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
It's Nick.
Nick. All right, Nick. Let's see, this should be an easy one because Nick loses all the games.
Oh, come on, Nick. You can
Oh.
you can
Oh.
do it.
You're going down, Powers. You're going down.
We'll see.
All right. So I like this category a lot. I've been waiting to use this one. So we'll start off with Nick. Nick, name a reason you think men grow beards. Go.
Hide their ugly face.
Hide their ugly face. Yes.
Hide that double chin.
Hide the double chin. Absolutely.
Hide the pimples.
Hide the pimples. Yep.
Scars.
Yeah. Hide scars.
The tattoos.
Yeah. Face tattoos.
I'm gonna say also just to look more manly and good.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. And it's true. It works.
How about to pretend that they're manly?
No, it's still piggybacking on the manly thing.
Bummer. Okay, how about
You ran out of time, Nick. Keeping that record goose egg. I know you won one, but let's forget about that one victory and let's just celebrate all the losses because that's a record in its own right.
oh,
Thank you for trying,
dude,
Nick.
thank you, buddy.
I'm gonna try another contestant here real quick, and we'll do one more. A Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
JJ.
JJ for redemption. All right, JJ.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give you a category, and you'll start it off. Okay.
Okay.
I like this one too. This one is a little more difficult.
We'll
But
see.
tell me a nickname someone gives their lover that starts with the word sugar. Go, JJ.
Sugar dumpling.
Sugar dumpling.
Sugar daddy,
Sugar daddy.
Sugar plum.
Sugar plum. Yes.
sugar baby.
Sugar baby.
Sugar daddy.
No, he already said sugar daddy.
He said sugar baby.
No, he said both.
Oh, well, sugar mama.
Sugar mama. There you go.
Sugar beet.
Sugar beet.
I'm reading the thing. Sugar pie.
Sugar pie.
What? Who calls anybody that?
See, you got hung up on asking too many questions and you ran out of time, JJ.
I named various
Oh,
sugary things.
Yeah.
sugar pie?
Yep. I also
Yeah.
would have accepted sugar tits.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
there
There's
it
Eric
is.
in it.
Look, same
Yeah.
time, Eric.
What
Look
do
at
you-
us. We're both twisted. JJ, I'm going to edit up this one call real quick and I'll talk to you here in a minute.
All right.
Thanks for trying, dude. All right. So there you go. 3 for 3.
Not bad.
Yeah. He's
Take
a champ.
that, gang.
All right, real quick, as I edit up this one a little segment to play in between songs, we did a little debate, or actually, let's do farts in a jar. Check this out. KFMA, it's time for that highbrow content that you all tuned in for. There's a reality show person. I'm not even going to say a celebrity because not a celebrity, personality, maybe. She was a contestant on 90 Day Fiance. Her name's Stephanie Motto. Right.
Okay.
And now, before I get into what she did to get some online buzz, and I'm going to debate whether or not she's lying just to get the attention and therefore brilliant, or she's telling the truth and therefore kind of, I don't know, a gassy whore. I don't know.
Oh my
I don't know if
God.
there's a better way to say it.
That escalated quickly. Go on.
It did. So anyways, Stephanie Motto, she was first featured on 90 Day Fiance, and she quickly became popular because she's a beautiful woman. She's very hot, and she was the first lesbian couple on 90 Day Fiance, and her fiance was an equally hot woman. So obviously they're going to get very popular on that show. But there was a problem with this because fans were quickly speculating that maybe she wasn't in it for quote unquote love. Now this is a reality show after all. But there was a couple things that happened that made people call shenanigans on Stephanie and her intentions. One was that she failed to come out to her mother as bisexual. And then two, she never was intimate with her Australian girlfriend, which made fans doubt her sexuality even more. Be like, hey, if you're a lesbian, then put up or shut up, you know? So a few days ago, she shocked the 90 Day Fiance fans by announcing her new business idea. And this is after she got kicked off the show. And I'll show you a picture here on the stream. She is very beautiful, Powers. So she's the one that's a brunette, not the pink-haired girl.
Yeah, she's all right. She's as cute girls on Instagram.
Exactly. So on Instagram, she posted that she made $50,000, almost $50,000 in less than a month with her new business venture. That is this.
I made $45,000 in 1 week selling my jars of farts. And ever since my last TikTok went viral, I've been getting a lot of questions such as, how long do the farts last? Did I really fart 97 times in 2 days? Who buys my farts and why? And what are some of my tips and tricks?
And she just smelled the jar of
So
farts,
the first
dude.
question I get
Did you
asked
see
a
that?
lot
Everyone likes their own
is
brand.
how long
No,
do the farts
that's
last?
disgusting.
And the smell
I've never
is
been
most
turned
prominent
on and
for
turned
the
off
first
so
2
quickly.
days, but as I like to say,
But yeah, so
wonder
she
if
gives a bunch
memories
of
that
tips
last a
and
lifetime.
nonsense, and she apparently is
Now,
selling
why
her
do
jars of
people buy
farts
my farts
for
in a
$500 a pop.
I
Well,
honestly
that'll
think
do
it's
it.
because
I don't know.
That'll add
I have
up.
a really
Yeah, I
good
guess.
personality.
And she did that to the first
And also
100
because I'm hot.
customers.
Now,
Now,
what are some of
is
my
it impossible
fart-selling
to make
tips
this
and
kind of
tricks?
money
Number
selling
one,
farts online?
Don't
Nope.
eat
That's
Fiber One
insanely
bars
easy easy at $500?
You might
Yeah,
think
she
it's the
definitely
easy
did
way
that.
out,
Wait,
but
what's
there
the market
is
on jars
nothing
of farts?
easy about
It
it
looks like
on
it's
its way
$500.
out. You know what I mean?
Oh, for
Don't
an
push
average
yourself
looking
too
person.
hard.
Nope, there's no
Literally,
market for an average.
I made
person.
$45,000
Okay, you have to be super hot.
in
I
one
think you
week
have to be
selling
super.
my
Same thing as
jars of
bath water.
farts. And
You know,
ever
you
since
can't be
my
selling
last
you bath
TikTok went
water.
viral,
You
I've
gotta
been
be
getting
super
a lot
hot.
of questions
Yeah,
such
that's
as,
part of what it
how
is.
long do the farts
Now,
last?
of course,
Did I really
people
fart
are
97
doubting
times
that
in
she
2
is in
days?
fact selling
Ooh,
farts
why is my
online
farts
or that she's
alive?
even farting in a
And
jar.
what are some of my
One user
tips?
commented, "There's no way a fart can be
Tricks?
captured in a jar for
So the
starters.
first
The
question I get
mentality
asked a
of those
lot
buying this
is,
just goes
how
further
long do the
downhill from
farts
there." So,
last? And the
but
smell
at the
is
same
most
time,
prominent
I've learned a
for
long
the
time
first
ago,
2
never
days, but as I like
doubt
to say, one whiff makes memories that last
the
a lifetime.
disgustingness of the
Right.
internet community.
Now,
The people at
why
large, yeah,
do people
exactly.
buy
There's
my
a fetish
farts
for
in a jar?
anything and
I honestly
everything, and
think it's
especially when it comes to
because
online, you can
I
find
have
your
a really good
community. So I
personality,
know that there's
and
dudes
also
out
because I'm
there
hot.
that are
Now,
buying
what are
jars
some
of
of
farts,
my
but
fart
I would
selling
say,
tips and tricks? Number
you
one,
know, I
don't
think
eat Fiber One
$500 is a little
bars.
too much.
A
You might
little.
think it's the easy way out, but there is nothing.
Yeah, she was on repeat, and that's just because I had. It actually worked. At least it sounded okay because I didn't download that video. I just shared it on the screen, and sure enough, but bam, you could hear her talking about her fart jars over and over again,
So
while
proudly.
showing side boob,
Yep.
which was fantastic. Actually, I'm not mad about that.
No.
Yeah, but I am mad that the whole thing was a scam. Her whole 90-day fiance. Don't pretend to try to be a lesbian if you're not going to be a lesbian, and back it up with video evidence.
That is a lot of phony nonsense. Let me be a phony lesbian to get on the TV show, to be all phony, to
Mhm.
send phony farts in the phony mail.
Exactly. It's amazing, right? Insane. You are really good at games, but you think you're good at Fake or Florida?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Because it's tough.
I do want to play a game. It's a lot of stuff that we covered today, but games is one of them. And I haven't been able to do Fake or Florida on this Tuesday because I don't have anything to give away, and our phone lines are all jacked up, so I couldn't even do Last Geek Standing quick enough to do it on the air. But I will play this game. It's very simple. I put together a bunch of headlines. Some of them are real. Some of them are fake powers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you can guess, I would say 3 out of 5 correctly, I'll give you the W.
Okay.
Okay. So tell me, Fake or Florida? Here's the headline. A Fort Myers man was charged with indecent exposure after getting naked during a picture with a mall Santa.
I'm going to say fake.
That is correct.
All right.
Next headline. A Miami woman was arrested for arson after she tried to set her daughter's principal's car on fire.
True. That's Florida.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
That is fake news. All right, you're 1 for 1. All right, next headline. A St. Petersburg man was busted for soliciting a prostitute after he offered to pay an undercover cop with a hamburger for sex.
Florida. Yes, true.
Florida?
Yes.
That is correct. Yes. A Brockville man was arrested during a job interview at Kohl's after he tried to shoplift Nike sneakers.
That sounds so boring that it's true.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes, that means you won the game, buddy.
Did I? I thought that was
Yeah.
4 questions.
Well,
Did we
3
do-
out of 5, but you know what?
Okay.
Here's the bonus.
Let's
See
get
if you
that
can
bonus.
get 4 out of 5. The headline is a Bradenton dog walker was busted for public intoxication after she took a bath in a shopping mall fountain with her dogs.
Oh. I got fake.
That is correct.
All right.
4 out of 5. Excellent job, Powers. And remember these headlines because I may reuse them again in a future game of Fake or Florida because I'm lazy.
Not enough wacky headlines coming out of Florida, eh?
Yeah, no. There's
Yeah,
a
sure.
couple came out yesterday. In fact, I titled the segment "What Sit Happens" because they both had to do with sitting. It's crazy.
Okay.
3 seconds. Get on here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast, the only podcast that's live on the radio. It's Beefegan and Powers. And we're talking about Tiger Woods. He just recently did his first interview in a long time.
Okay.
And I'm bummed to hear this information. I'm glad that he's recovering. If you don't recall, he got into a massive car accident of almost a year ago. Actually, I think it was at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, because he won. He won again. He won like a big tournament again.
He was getting back at it.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of these amazing comeback stories, which would have made great for his biopic because we all know about the dominance of Tiger Woods. We all know about his downfall. We have followed along his story. He was the biggest athlete since Michael Jordan.
Kind of.
He's
Yeah.
iconic, 100%, especially in the world of golf. And then as he just started getting good again, he had this tragic accident where he was distracted and speeding. And I don't know why he was driving himself anyways, but he was on his way to golf, as he does.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was so bad that we found out just recently that he had a 50-50 chance of losing his leg.
Wow.
Yes. And I kind of wish he did and came back as a one-legged golfer and was
crushed
amazing.
it still, yeah.
Yeah. But here's the deal with Tiger Woods. He's not writing off his return to golf. He says it's still possible. He's working hard every single day, and that's the good news. But he does say he is done playing golf on a regular basis, and that's the bad news.
Yeah.
So he said, and I quote, "I think something that is realistic is playing the tour one day, never full-time ever again, but pick and choose just like Ben Hogan did as he got older. So pick and choose a few events every year and you play around that." Now, this is great news for golf in general because those are going to be huge draws in ratings and ticket sales, but bad news for those who are hoping that Tiger Woods would beat some records. I think he was still behind Nicholson in a couple things.
Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, Jack Nicklaus. Sorry, I'm not a huge golf fan, but I'm still.
I only know that joke between Jack Nicklaus and Nicholson that we all make.
Yeah. But he said it's an unfortunate reality, but it's my reality, and I understand it and I accept it. And like I said, those injuries were pretty serious. So he said, as I have so far to go, I'm not even at the halfway point. I have so much more muscle development and nerve development I have to do in my leg. But at the same time, as you know, I've had 5 back operations, so I'm having to deal with that. So, I mean, just tragic. So if this is the end of the Tiger Woods story, the biopic, it's not going to have the happy ending that we're all kind of hoping for.
I'll tell you this could be a different movie, though, because you know what? If he keeps it up, spends all his money, he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme like Doctor Strange. He just tries to fix himself, and then there you go.
I wasn't thinking Doctor Strange in this scenario. No, I mean, I would think more like Iron Man or Cyborg. You know,
all those surgeries, Mystic Arts is what's in his future.
I mean, with technology and the money that he has and the resources, if he goes half robot or even almost full robot, that I would appreciate and understand and
it would make some sense. Do we let him in playing golf then if he's got these robotic arms? With
only because it's Tiger, yes.
That's fair.
The answer is 100%. Yes.
Wouldn't it be cool if we just half bred him with a tiger?
Now you're just...
There's a lot of multiverses for Tiger Woods. A lot of potential in his future.
Get out of the comic book reality. Let's base ourselves in our reality. You're getting me too excited. Yes, I want to see a Tiger Woods.
Of course,
it's not going to happen in my lifetime. Now you got me all depressed. Let me hit the reset. We'll have more of the podcast broadcast, but you can join us online on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page. Tiger Woods. Come on. Clear. All right. So that was Tiger Woods, y'all. And earlier today, we talked about Will Ferrell and Adam McKay. It was recently revealed that Adam McKay and Will Ferrell have not been working together since 2019. And I didn't even know this. It kind of flew under my radar, as it did a lot of people's radars. But they're not even friends anymore. And they put together a bunch of great classic films, as we talked about in this piece. And I asked the question, is Will Ferrell to blame? Is Will Ferrell a diva? Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. This story surprised the hell out of me because I've been a huge fan of Will Ferrell and Adam McKay's work for quite some time, as many people were. Yes. The duo, they created Anchorman, which is a classic. Funny or Die, the website. And if you notice, like Funny or Die fell off a few years ago, and nobody talks about Funny or Die anymore because that company is essentially dead.
Wow.
And legitimately dead because Adam McKay and Will Ferrell broke up their longtime collaboration business-wise in 2019. And it's kind of flew under the radar for whatever reason. But, I mean, I guess Hollywood insiders knew about this. And recently, Adam McKay did an interview. And in it, he revealed why his longtime collaboration with Will Ferrell has ended. And that he, in fact, has fell out with a longtime friend and comedy collaborator. And when I read this, I kind of feel like this is 100% Will Ferrell's fault.
Let's not jump into our percentages yet. I don't even know half the story, let alone any of it. What?
Okay, well, Will Ferrell no longer talks to Adam McKay, even though they, again, started in projects or worked on projects like Anchorman, Step Brothers, The Other Guys, pretty much every funny Will Ferrell movie. Adam McKay was involved.
Yeah.
Okay. But when Adam McKay chose to cast John C. Reilly, who was Will Ferrell's cast member, co-star in Step Brothers, in a project instead of Will Ferrell, things went sour. Will wanted the part, but Adam felt like John C. Reilly was better for the part. This happens all the time in Hollywood, you would assume, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, sorry, like this guy just fits the mold a little better, even though Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are so similar that they pulled off being stepbrothers. You know, they could have been brothers, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have to even include the step. That was part of the joke. That's the reason why they wrote the script, was because John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell had so many similarities.
Plus, they even did the terrible Sherlock Holmes movie. I thought they were like buddies, like they do buddy comedies together.
Yes, apparently not, you know? And maybe they are still friends, John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. But at the same time, that doesn't stop Will Ferrell from getting what Will Ferrell wants.
Well, you also never know why didn't you cast me? And he go, well, it's just that you're so blank. And maybe he said something that insulted Will Ferrell like bad. You never know. It could be that. That's why I didn't cast you.
Well, no, I mean, I guess what McKay admitted is that he should have called Ferrell, but didn't.
Okay.
And then after this, because apparently, I guess, word got out that John C. Reilly got cast over him, and then he heard through hearsay, and this Will took offense to.
Okay.
And then McKay said that Ferrell did tell him in a phone call when they decided to break up their company and split up their production company after this casting decision that Will Ferrell told him to have a good life. And that was pretty much the last words that Will Ferrell told Adam McKay.
Wow.
Yeah. And this whole story and interview in Vanity Fair is insane to me, considering that their collaboration created what was probably valued at almost $1 billion company. If you think about all the projects that they were working on, that's like $1 billion.
Yeah.
And to have a personal grievance like this and to be butthurt over a casting decision to say, you know what?
I don't know.
This
See,
is
again,
done.
You're really siding.
I'm speculating. I'm 100% speculating, but I mean, how can I not in this situation? Like, look, it's just a casting decision. It's just one role.
Because it's the fact that he had to find out via hearsay, which means trust. He might have broken his trust if they're in a business relationship, and it's like, yeah, I trusted you. Yeah, you did. Maybe I should have told you. Maybe I should have this and that. That's what it is. This is trust between friends got broken up.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you could be right. You could be onto something because this is only one side of the story.
Right.
And now that this side of the story is out, maybe, just maybe will tell his side of the story. But at the same time, maybe he won't.
Yeah.
He recently stated that he was offered a role in Elf 2 for $29 million. And he turned it down.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's a classic and the sequel would suck. And that's a good call on him.
Yeah.
Now, Faison Love, who was in that movie, and most people know Faison Love as Big Smoke or Big Worm in Friday.
Yeah.
And I know Faison. I actually had him on the show before and we hung out for a couple hours. He's a great guy. He went on record saying, that's white privilege. The fact that he would turn down $29 million. And I just have to dispute that right now and I'll give you one point exactly as to why he wouldn't do it. Chris Tucker wouldn't do the sequels to Fridays. No matter how much money they tried to throw at him, because Chris Tucker didn't want to do that character anymore. And he didn't want to glorify weed. I don't agree with that. But at the same time, you can't say something like this, a creative decision not to take the money and run for a sellout movie.
Like, I'm sure Denzel turns down plenty of parts for bad roles as well. Because he got the script for Elf 2. He heard it was terrible because big surprise. I'm sure it was.
Absolutely. So I don't know. Well, the jury's still out or in, whatever the saying is. We'll try to figure out, if Will Ferrell is a diva. I'm still leaning towards he's kind of overreacting and being a butthurt little baby over this casting decision. It's not worth breaking up the friendship.
I'm on Will Ferrell's side. I imagine there's more to this than we know, and something personal got said, and the trust was broken between business partners.
All right, here's the debate question. What would you rather be called? A diva or a butthurt little baby?
I think I'd rather be called a diva.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's a good answer there, Powers. Peanut Butter Cup. I just want to say that real quick as Nick threw out that call back because I enjoy saying Peanut Butter Cup so much. I do it so well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's words.
What is this from? I've heard you reference it before.
We were just talking about peanut butter cups when it came to Halloween, and I kind of discovered that that's my thing. As you guys listen to the show and the podcast broadcasts, I stumble over words all the time, but words that I never stumble over is peanut butter cup. And I say it so precisely and so smoothly. And I just like the way it kind of rattles. Peanut butter cup. It's good. I wish rappers would use peanut butter cup more often and just lyrics. And I would listen to a song called Peanut Butter Cup all day long. I'm going to do a tease here in about 30 seconds to help boost our YouTube awareness and our podcast awareness for the replays, as our live numbers are growing and our replay numbers are growing as well. And I want to continue that, as you know, that's the goal, right?
But to tell your friends and tell your enemies and tell your frenemies about the show. It's very important.
Definitely tell your enemies.
Yeah.
They'll love it. I got 12 seconds before I do this tease. And then we'll do headlines while I play Incubus on the air. So, which I want you to grab, but we're going to do those together.
Okay.
Rock 102.1 KFMA, it's the podcast broadcast. Now, if you're working right now or on your way to work and you can't watch us online, that's okay. You could always subscribe to youtube.com/beefvegan and watch the podcast later on in the day, on demand, whenever you'd like. You can listen to it on your way to bed and have sweet beef dreams.
Ooh.
These are all pleasurable things. Trust me, my friends. Here's Incubus. We'll be back with more Beef Vegan Presents after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, and this song, of course, is called Drive. All right, that was my tease. You notice how I was like Stevie Wondering it a little bit?
Can Sweet Beef Dreams be one of your new sign-offs?
Sweet Beef Dreams.
Sweet Beef Dreams, everyone.
Yes.
That's the best. I'm not even lying. Sweet Beef Dreams.
Yes. I don't think anyone's ever had a sweet beef dream, but it'd be awesome if they did. All right, let's do today's headlines. All right, now with this, Powers, just like I did with Mari yesterday, and you were the judge on these headlines.
Yes.
You were not too happy about them.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, exactly. So now you have to read some. Okay. I'll start it off. We do every other one, okay? So here's our first headline. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. IKEA is offering a 107 square foot, quote unquote, tiny home apartment in Tokyo for less than $1 a month in rent for 1 year. We have a name for that here in America. It's called prison. All right. What do you got there, Powers?
Oh, it seems like the price of craft beer will go up.
Oh, no.
Also going up, your annoyance at people who brag they only drink craft beer.
Yeah, it's true.
I
am annoyed by them. All right, Madison, Wisconsin has been named the nation's best city for singles. The worst city for singles is whichever one Pete Davidson is currently dating in.
I don't get all these Pete Davidson references.
He keeps banging chicks way beyond his league.
Yeah.
He's banging Kim Kardashian right now.
Right.
I think he's only doing it to spite Kanye West because he doesn't like Kanye West. And if that's the case, hats off to Pete Davidson, honestly.
So did you know that today is National Computer Security Day?
I did not know that.
Or just Tuesday for people whose password is the word password.
Yes, that makes sense. All right, and final headline today. A tech company has created a way to transform your Tesla Cybertruck into a mobile home. Because by the time you're done paying for your Tesla Cybertruck, you'll have nowhere else to live.
There you go. Very fair.
Yeah, and there you go. That's today's headlines. Let's go to the phone and see who's calling right now. Rock 102.1, who's this?
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Not much. What you guys doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Getting ready for the day.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, was I supposed to be calling for a specific? You're doing a specific topic right now?
No, not necessarily. We're just bullshitting.
You want to play me in the last word?
I only got a minute, so I don't even have time for the last words. I know.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah. Are you checking out Are you checking out the podcast stream right now, or are you just listening to us on Rock 102.1?
Yeah, I'm listening on the radio on air.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, coming up next, I'm talking about a webcam model who accidentally shot herself in the vagina.
Oh,
what?
Really? I don't know if you have a hot take on that, Chris.
Accident? That's an accident?
Well, no one shoots themselves in the vagina on purpose there, Chris.
Well, no, I mean, now they do these weird things where, they do things like the vandalism in the schools and then they put it on TikTok or Facebook. I mean, because nowadays you don't know what people are doing.
Yeah, now,
but that is crazy.
It is crazy. I'm going to tell that story here in about 20 seconds, so you'll be hearing that on the radio here.
Oh, okay, all right. Cool, man. That's crazy. I hope did she survive?
She did survive. And that's why I'm talking about it. I wouldn't bring it up if she died. That'd be tragic. Yeah.
Oh, well, no. Yeah. No. I mean, but that's good,
Yeah, for sure. All right, I got to get on. I'll talk to you here soon.
Later. Thank you. Bye.
Later. No problem. All right, Rock 102.1 KFMA. I was just talking to Chris, who called in on the show, and he was like, what topic are you talking about next? And I'm like, I'm glad you asked, Chris, because I have a story I've been saving for 9:44 this morning. That story is about a webcam model, and they do all types of freaky stuff. That's what webcam models do, right? Who was getting freaky with a gun. Now, what could go wrong in this situation, Powers?
Goodness.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So not cleaning the gun, which we often hear about, but playing around with a gun in a much different fashion.
In most cases, probably making it dirtier.
Yeah. Sounds filthy.
Yeah. She was playing with a gun while doing a live web stream, and she accidentally discharged the weapon. And when it discharged, she shot herself in the vagina.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. It's not as hot as it sounds. And this was a 9mm, or 9.5 if you use a different kind of ruler. And that the 9mm bullet casing shot herself in the crotch. And the gun owner, Jordan Allen, told police that he rushed into the bedroom from the kitchen when he heard the gunshot. And he noticed a small amount of blood on her leg. And she was apologizing when he came into the room before she went on to explain that she shot herself by mistake. He told authorities that she has subscribers on a sexual web platform called Chatter, that she makes sexual videos of herself and people pay her to see them. I wonder if they tipped her extra after she shot herself.
You would hope. I mean, at least a few subscribers. I mean,
right.
Something, a share.
Now, a fellow housemate, so she has a bunch of people living there while she's in the room.
Yeah.
Best roommate ever. So a fellow housemate named Addie confirmed that the model had shot herself, and she was taken to the hospital, where a helicopter then airlifted her to another hospital for treatment, a hospital that specializes in gun wound vaginas.
Okay,
you know?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Which is probably, I don't know what kind of hospital.
I think it was Holy Holes. I think it's over there. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a veterans hospital. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So authorities have classified the incident as a reckless conduct, and it's unlikely that they'll press any charges because they figure getting shot in the vagina is punishment enough.
Time served.
Yeah. Now, I'm not exactly sure what gun she was using, but based on her activity, I'm going to say it was a Colt 69.
Hey, there it is.
I had to slip in one little 69 joke in there. All right, let's hit the reset. We'll be back with your beef tip after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. Okay, so
what's wrong with people?
I know.
That's insane.
Speaking of getting shot, I told the story earlier about how I was only 5 minutes away from getting shot. And when my best friend actually got shot with a hollow point bullet, I call this West Side Story. Check it out. Man, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. As I mentioned to Powers earlier, I asked him if I ever told him the story about the time I almost got shot. And my best friend got shot. And these are, West Side stories.
Right?
Well, he's in prison right now.
Oh,
so,
geez.
As I mentioned yesterday, this is kind of a series of just kind of recalling different stories, because I'm very proud to be in the position that I am today, to even have a career. And this is technically a career, no matter how little I get paid. But I was the type of kid growing up that, parents and teachers would say I'd end up dead or in jail. And it was just part of my mentality, the way I would kind of lash out, rebel, or just even the company that I would keep, my friends. And sometimes I would be in a position where I was moments away from tragedy, but I was lucky enough to escape it. And it happened numerous times. And I'll give you one example. This was a night that we were all partying together. My best friend, Danny, I had Laugh Track with me. It was a friend of mine. And we had a couple, and we were with a couple girls in an apartment complex in the west side of Phoenix. And we're hanging out after the bars, and we're all in the jacuzzi, just partying it up, having a good time, right? And we're partying all night long. Now, there's one girl had a crazy boyfriend that we didn't necessarily know about, but he was mental. He was 100% nuts. And she had a thing for my buddy Danny. And so they were kind of just like hooking up and doing their deed. So we're partying all night long, and then the sun starts coming up. And about the time that sun comes up, I'm like, I'm going to bounce. I'm out of here. And everyone says bye to me, and I peace out. Only moments later, like literally moments later, like it was planned, I side exit A, and then, come stage right, side entrance B comes this dude, this maniac, who immediately starts tripping out on his girlfriend, being like, what's going on here? And what are you doing? Now, this guy had a 9mm with hollow points.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And so he immediately starts talking smack to Danny. Now, my buddy Danny, he's a maniac. And like I said, he's in prison right now. He never backed down from a fight. He's about 5'8" Mexican dude. And it didn't matter how big and strong you were. If you crossed the line, he was scrapping back. Even if it looked like he would get pummeled, it did not matter. You could not hold this kid back. He was a pit bull. So this guy is essentially threatening the lives of my friends. And when he did so, he lifted up his shirt and he revealed that he was packing. And when he did that, Danny immediately socked him in the face.
Wow.
Yeah. So the dude drops to the ground and then got back up, grabbed the gun, and just started spraying bullets. Now, my friends ran around the corner in the apartment complex. And Danny wasn't lucky enough to not get hit. He got struck in the arm. It spun him around like a top, and he hit the ground. Now, these are hollow point bullets, so they shatter his entire arm. Ooh. Now, this is unfortunate because this actually changed the course of Danny's life. Yeah. Because before that, he liked to party, but he wasn't addicted to anything. After he got shot in the arm and his bone turned to dust, basically, they had to replace his bone with a steel bar. And that steel bar caused him constant pain, so much pain to where he got addicted to painkillers. And then you know how the rest of this story goes because we've seen it a million times before with lots of our friends and family. And now Danny's currently in prison and he's institutionalized, unfortunately. I won't be able to hang out with my best friend again. He's going to be in there for the rest of his life because they keep giving him page 2s for scrapping in prison and doing what he has to do to survive in prison. But it all stemmed from that night that he got shot. Now, it was this close to me being there, and I'll tell you what, I was a lot fatter and slower than these guys, so it would have been a situation that could have ended up a lot worse. And if it wasn't for me being gone, just miraculously, by luck, by chance, then I'm still here today, and I'm here to be able to put on the show. Yeah. So these are the situations and life examples and stories and experiences that I had growing up that make me proud to be able to be here today, but they also make me who I am today.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Do I have anything I can relate? One time me and my friends, no, I don't. I don't have anything like that. We played video games and drank Fantas. And
it's an Arizona thing, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's just the West Side story. So this is an example of why I am the way I am. Let's hit the reset and get ready for the podcast broadcast. Oh. We got a jam-packed episode lined up for you. You could join us on our Facebook page on Rock 102. I just was informed, and I'm heartbroken over this, that Powers lied.
Yeah, I've never had a Fanta.
Never had a Fanta.
I'm sorry, everybody.
How long you been living in Arizona?
I know. I love RC Cola.
Fanta. Come on. Yeah. Everyone drinks the Fanta.
It's true.
You got to get the Mexican Fanta, too.
Also, Squirt. No. I think I might have had a Squirt, maybe half a sip once. Never had Squirt.
Never had Squirt. Squirt's my favorite.
Is Squirt your favorite?
100%.
What is Squirt? Is Squirt like Mountain Dew or is it like
no?
What is it?
It's a citrus.
Is it
soda.
lemon lime? It's like
Sprite? No, it's like grapefruit.
Oh,
yeah, it's fantastic.
That's why I don't like it.
Yeah, I know I would be impressed with your life story, Eric. I've heard some of it, and I know that you served. And those, I mean, my stories aren't as heralding as those who've served.
He's just a kid trying to live his life. That's all. He was in a regular environment there.
Yeah, which was war torn.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I have fun stories as well, and I'll continue to share those, but I'm trying to, I told Powers off air, like my goal is to kind of give different stories and examples of like, you know, my youth, because again, you know, there's a lot of people that didn't think I'd be able to amount to shit. I mean, shit was a high praise, like goal. Like if you could amount to shit, you've done something.
Look at the piece of shit he's turned into. What a great.
So heralding. Yes. Okay, Todd. I know. See, I mean, words aren't my strong suit. The fact that I can't even speak the English language, but have a job speaking on the air is impressive. And I know there's people that don't know me personally that probably tune in for a couple minutes and be like, what the fuck happened here? How'd this happen? This guy win the lottery? I'm like, no, he was just dumb enough to be confident enough to think that he could just work his way into his position. And guess what? It worked. What?
I was going to say, you didn't exactly win a prize to get here. How many? You've been working over a decade in the industry. So.
Right, exactly. And Todd knows this because he was around from, you know, not day one, but day two. Yeah. All right. We got about 8 seconds before we wrap things up with a beef tip here. I
want a big one.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Rock 102.1 KFMA, that's Alice in Chains with them bones. Just a reminder, the Alice in Chains autographed guitar is what you're playing for in Master of Prizes. Now, it's just Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah.
See, again, I was just talking
He's
about it
got a
on the
tough name.
podcast.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. It's a very simple name. I just have a tough time saying words.
I guess.
And we were just talking about that on the podcast. And sure enough, I come on the radio and then obviously start tripping all over myself and inadvertently sounding dirty. But Jerry Cantrell is the name of the legendary guitarist. We do have an acoustic guitar autographed by him. It's a brand new acoustic guitar. It comes with an amp. And the keyword that you're texting today in the 7 o'clock hour, at least, is chains to 7189 or 518. What's the number?
1879.
Yeah, I forgot the number. You guys know what it is, though, so you should be good.
And we're not supposed to tell you again anyway, so too bad.
That's true. That's true. But if you did remember the number, then you go ahead and do that because I really want one of our listeners to win this guitar.
Yes.
As I said. So, all right, we're almost out of time here on the podcast broadcast, but I do want to leave you with this. This is a follow-up story to a professor who was fired from Fordham University after he was accused of masturbating during a Zoom lecture.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he got caught. And one of his students was like, hey, Professor stroking it, and we're trying to learn here. Not cool.
Was his name Professor Stroking It? Because honestly, I wouldn't have enrolled in that class.
I know. Well, now this professor who got fired is suing the Bronx school. And his defense as to why he believes these allegations are virtually impossible make it kind of worse make it worse than him getting caught in the first place.
Yeah.
His whole defense for claiming that he couldn't have been masturbating is because he has erectile dysfunction.
That's
He's
fair.
like, I can't do it. I don't feel anything down there. It hasn't worked in years.
I'm just an old man and I'm shy.
Yeah. And another example of no good deed goes unpunished. The student who filmed the video that got him fired is also suing the university, claiming she faced retaliation after she turned over the awkward 2020 video. Because there's actual video of this guy doing it, and it's obvious, like, yes, maybe it didn't work, but it didn't stop you from trying over and over again.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the beef tip here is even in a situation, well, I don't know. This is a tricky scenario. How can I tread lightly in this beef tip? I mean, I live by the phrase, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
And here's a situation where this was a good deed, where she's like, hey, I got a professor who's masturbating on Zoom. That's not appropriate. And she's 100% correct in this.
Mhm.
The fact that she's being victimized over this is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But another example of no good deed goes unpunished. She did it because she thought it was the right thing to do, and it absolutely was. Sometimes the right thing to do is also the harder thing to do.
Yeah, but not for him, though. He's got nothing hard going on.
Oh, that's
apparently.
True. Very, very true. Very true. We'll end it on that note. Tomorrow morning, while weed rapper Hot Rock Superjoint joining us on the podcast broadcast stream, you'll continue to listen for keywords to win an autographed acoustic guitar, courtesy of Jerry Cantrell, and so much more. It's going to be a good time. Powers is with me all week long, so I hope you guys join us as well. And don't forget to tell a friend to check out Beef Vegans Presents, because we're having a good time on Rock 102.1 KFMA. But Riley's up next, Razors after that. Keep it here all day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief.
Oh.
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.